into a space together where first of all, we use this time of isolation as a time to deepen in our intimacy with ourselves, with one another. The world is changing, and it's a call for us to change with that. And part of that call is to slow down, clearly, and to really feel into what's most meaningful to us. And Tantra slows everything down. So Tantra's perfect for isolation. We've been having lots of fun slowing down. So what we're here for is, some people, they don't know how to slow down. They don't know how to connect intimately besides the ways that they're used to. And also maybe some couples out there, do you want to get those?
Yep.
Are starting to get a little bit frustrated with each other or not as patient as usual, making little comments, spending a bit more time than usual together. So it's also an opportunity to come into some sincere communication around what you're needing, as well as some beautiful touch and connective practices. So we're going to give you 5 practices this evening. And for each practice, Aaron and I will demonstrate each practice so it's really clear. And then we'll give you guys a chance to, can you keep it? Mm-hmm. And then we'll give you guys a chance to do the practice. So if you haven't already, Aaron sent a link to the Spotify playlist. Oh, did you not send it?
Sending it right now.
Oh, he's sending it right now. So make sure that you've got that on your phone, because music is a beautiful way to evoke sensuality, evoke the emotional body, take us into deeper spaces of presence. So yeah, we hope that tonight, if any of you are feeling more like roommates than soulmates, or there's a little bit of romantic robotics happening rather than real romance, and you're wanting to re-spark some chemistry, then that's perfect. You don't want to be roommates with your beloved. You want to feel like soulmates and passionate with one another. Also, for those of you who are, there is a little bit of frustration with each other. You've been taking things out on one another, or for those of you who aren't used to spending so much time together, this is a beautiful way to get more sincere about your needs, about what you love about the other person, and moving forward into deeper spaces of the heart.
Yeah, tonight's really, it's an opportunity. The practices that we're sharing, of course, are far beyond just this particular workshop. It's really an opportunity to use these in your everyday life. It's often easy to come together, in a workshop space, and this is live, this is in your bedroom, and it's important it's in your bedroom because these practices actually work. And, just even this afternoon as we were preparing for this, we were moving through a lot of these practices, and it brings us back to our heart. And more than anything, in our day-to-day lives, practices that can bring us back to our heart. And the reason why we're together as a couple, the reason why we come together in this way. So that's really the essence of all these different practices tonight, is to return back to this heart space that, you came together in many ways, and you continue to remember and remember more and more.
Yeah, and our deepest wish is that after this evening, you create, whenever we work with couples, we make a strong suggestion to have a temple night once a week where you turn all technology off. And this is a suggestion to do anyway, to turn all technology off at around 6 o'clock and have dinner together, and then, actually be present with one another. But at least once a week, just turn all technology off, maybe put some candles on when you have dinner, and then straight into the bedroom for some beautiful connective practices. Now, I've included communication in this because as a woman, my body doesn't open unless I get some attention, I have a chance to communicate, and my heart feels really connected. And I dare say that every woman is the same. So we're going to do that. And actually, the feminine in the man needs that too. So when we come to the communication practice, that's a beautiful way for the heart to open. And when the heart opens, especially for a woman, the body gets juicier. So we're going to start just by dropping in together. So if you want to play the first song, and we'll play it here as well so that you can hear it.
Coming into a nice comfortable space.
And you're going to sit opposite each other. So, or lay opposite each other. You know, Aaron and I love soul gazing, laying down, just looking into each other's eyes, but also sitting up is beautiful. Okay, so taking in a deep breath. And drop all of your attention from your mind into your heart. And just imagine that your hearts are kissing. Use the breath to breathe the body open and come into presence with each other. Focus all of your attention on your heart as you look into your beloved's eyes. Receive their love and give your love. And if you need to just let out a couple of sighs.
You need to shake your body a little bit just to really let yourself become here completely present. Really be with one another, however that feels to you.
Seeing your beloved through the eyes of love and receiving their love.
Just purely witnessing one another.
Looking deep into each other's eyes, you may want to focus on the left eye. In Tantra, this is called transfiguration, where we see the divine in another, where we see the other through the eyes of love. And you can take each other's hands or place a hand on each other's hearts. And if you feel like it, maybe you want to say, I love you. Keep placing your attention on your heart, looking into the beloved's eyes with love, giving and receiving love with your breath, with your heart, imagining light moving between your hearts, connecting you. I love you. I really, really love you.
Breathing deeply into the belly. Ah.
Focusing your attention on your heart and continuing to look deep into the beloved's eyes. And sometimes when you do this, some trippy stuff can happen. Just let it happen. You see their innocence, see their divinity. This beloved before you is your greatest reflection, your greatest teacher. And we're going to bring that practice to a close, maybe with a kiss. And just thanking each other for this time to be present with one another. Maybe you want to bring your third eyes together, touch each other's hearts. So the next practice that we're going to drop into is giving gratitude to one another, which is a beautiful practice that Aaron and I love doing. So this is a chance for you to really say what you love about one another and what you're grateful for in each other. So you're going to get 5 minutes each for this and take it in turns. So we won't do it for that long, but we'll just do a short demonstration of telling each other for around 1 minute each. So you want to go first, maybe?
Thank you for your beauty. Thank you for your beautiful heart that cares, that nurtures, and so much compassion. Thank you for all the little things that you do. Thank you for the delicious food you make. Thank you for caring so much about me, asking questions that make me feel how much your heart opens with love.
And really receive them as the person is telling you, receive them into your heart. And when we say, okay, it's time to switch over, we'll also direct whoever's just received that to take a moment to really breathe all of that in. It's part of the human condition to be much more impacted by criticism than by words of affirmation, actually, even though that's what we crave. So after they've told you what they love about you, what they're grateful for, breathe all of that goodness in, take it into your body, and then it's your turn. So I'll give a few examples. I love the way you take care of me. Thank you for always taking care of me. Thank you for holding me in your arms when I'm scared. Coronavirus. I'm joking. He just had a tickle. Thank you for laughing with me. Thank you for just being there when I'm sad. Thank you for celebrating the wins, for being there for the lows. Thank you for your beautiful smile and your twinkly eyes. Thank you for your smoothies and your yummy elixirs. Thank you for indulging my princess. Thank you for being you. I love you. And then Aaron's going to close his eyes and take all of that into his body. And that's going to be stronger in his body than all the times when I'm a bench. Take it in, baby. Take it in. Take it in. Okay, so now it's your turn. And we're not going to play music for this. It's nice just to be with each other. We're going to set the timer. You're going to have 5 minutes each. So ladies first, because it's usually easier for ladies to express. We'll let you know when the 5 minutes is over. So you're saying thank you. You're saying what you love about this person. And you're really sharing from your heart, wow, you're my fucking hero. Yeah? Okay, so time starts now.
Enjoy. About 1 more minute or so. That partner bringing the gratitude to completion, and the other one just really, man, just receiving.
And closing the eyes down and breathing all of that into your body, how much your woman appreciates you. And we're saying men and women, but if you're in same sex relationship, then just change it in your head. It's too hard to say all of the combinations. So yeah, just taking all of that in.
Mm.
And whenever we chime the bells, that's the time to swap over, so you know the future. And then when we chime them again, it's time for the other person. So whoever received all of that love and gratitude is now going to give lots of love and gratitude. So receivers really opening the heart to receiving, and givers keeping your attention on your heart. Tell your beloved everything you're grateful for and that you absolutely love about them.
About another minute or so. Keep going.
You're doing great from what we can see. Okay, receivers, breathing all of that in, closing down the eyes, breathing it into your body. All of that goodness, really knowing that you deserve all of that love, that you're worthy of all of that love. And thanking each other in some way. Okay, so we're going to come into the third practice. This one is a bit more complicated, but it's really going to help you to open your hearts and get closer and get to know each other better. I mean, sometimes this practice I've done with couples who've been together for, like 10 years and they've never discovered this about each other. And what the practice is, it's revealing to one another what your requests or desires are. So, emotional, sexual, physical, and one person is going to go first, and you're going to get 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. We'll kind of fill it out. We'll intuit how long you guys need, and we've got a couple here practicing, so we'll get feedback from them. Usually couples need, 15 minutes each, but yeah, we'll see, because this is an interesting thing. We're doing it on computer. So the idea here, it's like so often we get resentful about different things. And it's like, oh, they're not cleaning up enough. Or, oh my God, he hasn't taken me out on a date or surprised me since God knows when. Or, she hasn't dressed up in sexy lingerie. Or, oh my God, I can't believe how often he burps. Like, whatever it is, women complain to each other, men complain to other men. But are we really communicating to one another? Often when we do express, stuff that gets swept under the carpet, it's in an argument. I'm sure some of you are familiar with, you're arguing about one thing and then it's like, oh, it all comes out. You were home late and then that turns into, and yesterday you didn't even care about me and you did this, and last week you did that. And it's like, this whole torrent of complaints come in. And the other thing is, we tend to focus on what we don't want and what our partner's doing wrong instead of what we do want. So this is making requests, is this beautiful way to share what you want without telling them what they're doing wrong, and to give the other person a chance to say yes or no to that. And really, when I started practicing this, it gave me a chance to get honest about things with my partner that I previously wasn't getting honest about. Like, I was demanding the same things and asking the same things, going around and around in circles, complaining about the same things. But actually, when we did this practice, I realized he had no intention and no desire to meet me in some of my core values. And then other times I've done it, like with Aaron, he's like, yeah, sure. And, generally we're a yes to each other because we're quite aligned in our values. And then it's like, oh, wow, why didn't I ask for that sooner? So we're going to demo this. When the person is responding, it's sometimes good to repeat back the question, which you'll see me doing. So maybe I'll say to Aaron, oh, I would love it if you bought me a gift every now and then, because I feel really special when you buy me a gift and it's one of my love languages. And then he says to me, okay, so I'm hearing you would like a gift. How often would that be? So maybe a clarifying question. And I would say, once a day, please. Like once a month or whatever it is. And then he may also want to share what would help him fulfill that request. So he might say, what would help me fulfill that request is if when I gave you a gift, you were really, really appreciative and we had an hour of touch after I gave it to you. Who knows? So it's a beautiful way of getting to know one another. So Aaron's going to make requests of me, and I'm going to respond the way I'm describing so that you can get the hang of it. Go for it, baby.
So I would love for you just in our kind of day-to-day living to support and kind of cleaning up around the house more, and
Mm-hmm.
just so we kind of have a collective way of being. And sometimes we're both focused on work and can really
Mm-hmm.
become a team in that way more.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing what you
Mm.
desire. So that's also beautiful to acknowledge, because it's hard to share vulnerably, what you're desiring. But thank you for sharing. What I'm hearing is you want more help around the house. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that for sure, baby. And what would really help me, because you know what I'm like when I'm focused on writing, is just to come up and maybe touch my shoulders, stroke my hand, just say, babe, you've been in the writing vortex for a while. Can we put on some music and do a bit of a clean up and you have a work break? How would that be for you?
That sounds good.
Great. Okay. Yeah.
Hmm. You want to demo one?
Yeah, so now I'll demo a request. What I would love is that once a week, maybe on a Sunday, you thought of a spot all by yourself to take me to, whether it's dinner or a walk in nature, picnic, whatever it is. And you were just like, come on, baby, let's go. And you surprised me with something and made me feel special.
So what I'm hearing you say is that you would like one day a week for me to create a special kind of excursion or fun
Yeah.
afternoon for us.
Yeah.
Thank you for your request. I would love to do that for you,
Yay!
darling.
So you getting the picture? Can't really hear. Looking at okay, cool. So any questions? Then put them down. So we're
and
going.
and and so the one person will have about 10 to 15 minutes to make requests, and it's really one person staying in that place of the requesting. So sometimes as you go into this practice, layers can start to unfold. So it's really,
Mhm.
and it's not a place to go into rebutting or anything else like that. Like really stay in the place of one person's making the request, and sometimes it might just need to be a yes or a no, or but really meeting at that place to find deeper clarification, whatever is necessary.
We'll demo what not to do. Okay. So you make a request.
So, babe, I'd love in the morning if we could just have some time to make love every
Oh fuck yeah.
morning.
Say something I might be a little bit like. Sorry, guys. All right, so just say I didn't want that. I could say, oh, but like, oh, we do make love. And are you saying we don't make love enough? It's really hard for me to act that one out. Say something else, babe.
I would like, um, I would love for you to make dinner at least 5 nights a week.
I do make dinner 5 nights a week.
But it's not really, I
What are
just
you talking about? I can't believe you would say this. I am like the cook.
not
So
to do.
don't get defensive. If you already do it, then just say yes, right? I've seen couples go into this and it's like, just say yes, dude. You're already doing it, just say yes. And remember, clarifying questions. So what I'm hearing is it's a beautiful, I just want to take a teachable moment here. Listening is an art form, and not many people know how to do it. And listening means that you're reflecting. You're reflecting on what the person is saying, and then you're responding. And a good way to show them that you're interested in what they're saying, touch is really good. Leaning the body in is really good, rather than like, so leaning the body in, touching, and like making nods. And then the reason we're saying to feed it back to them is that makes the person feel really heard. So what I'm hearing is you'd love me to cook 5 times a week.
Mm.
Thank you for saying what you desire. And yes, I would love to do that for you. Or you don't have to say yes to everything. So a pleasant no would look like this. Okay, I hear your request. What I'm hearing is you want me to cook for you 5 nights a week. I'm a no to that, but I'm a yes to twice a week. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
So if you say no to something, you can say yes to something else. Or you can just be, no, that doesn't feel right for me. Right. So have fun with this. This is a practice that has saved some couples' lives. So we're gonna chime the bell, and ladies, you're gonna go first. Enjoy. So just keep on making requests, and getting the feedback. And if you don't have any more requests, then just spend time together. I'm assuming women have plenty of requests. If you feel like you've reached your limit, then stop, take a deep breath in, and really feel into it, because the caretaker in us sometimes doesn't want to keep making requests because they might hurt feelings, or we don't think we're worthy of it. So dig deep. This is your chance to say what you request. It might be something shallow that you're ashamed of, like, I want you to dress better, or I want you to have a shower before you get into bed at night. Like, anything, just let it all out.
And be honest. Be willing to share the thing that maybe you're afraid to share. Be willing to
Hmm.
share the desire, the request that's alive, that really is at your heart, that's going to create deeper intimacy between the two of you.
Trust that this person loves you and wants to hear what your request is. Yeah. And yeah, leave it at that for now. Another couple of minutes.
Another couple minutes here. Keep going. Some of you are still in it.
We're at 10 minutes, so we're going to go in between 10 and 15. We'll give you another couple of minutes. Just a couple more minutes, guys.
Whatever more requests are there, let one person staying with their requests, their desires, and let those desires be heard. So remembering in this practice, don't get too sensitive. Stay at the heart. You're not criticizing one another. You're staying at the genuine request. And really just staying true to what you want, what you desire. Another
And celebrating each other for sharing that. Another couple of minutes. Okay, so just looking into each other's eyes and breathing together. And just feeling what it was like to share your requests. Feeling what it was like to receive requests. Just feeling the difference between communion, heart-centered sincerity and honesty, rather than the usual communication, which is very just heady and unconscious. So conscious communication, it helps us to get honest with one another, with ourselves, and get to know each other better and grow in intimacy. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Now the receiver of the requests is going to have a chance to make requests. So taking a deep breath together. And whoever was the receiver of the request, just saying, thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for sharing with me what you would like.
Thank you for sharing your heartfelt desires and your vulnerabilities. Yeah, what's really true to your heart. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for receiving me. And then whoever was sharing, thank you for receiving me. Thank you for listening.
Hmm.
Okay, now we're going to switch it around. Whoever was receiving the request will now be making the request.
Remembering who's giving the request now, really just to drop into what's true for you, not necessarily what your partner said or what they didn't say. What's true for you? What are the requests within your own heart, within your own being?
And what would make you happy? Let that be seen, let that be felt.
Just a couple more minutes here. Really sharing what's the desire at your heart. What's the thing maybe you haven't shared before? Let your voice be heard. Let your desire, your want, your longing be heard by your beloved.
Okay, so taking a minute or so to finish up, to thank each other, say anything else that you want to say. And then we're going to come into a beautiful touch practice. So really honoring each other. Thank you for sharing your vulnerability. Thank you for sharing your requests. And whoever was sharing, thank you for your deep listening. Thank you for honoring me. Okay, so now comes the funnest part of the evening. We're going to go into guided touch practices. So that doesn't mean we're guiding. That means you're guiding your partner to touch you exactly how you want to be touched and where you want to be touched. So we'll do a little demo. We'll keep it PG. Feel free to turn your screen off and go to R rated if that's in your joy. Yeah, and you'll get about 7 minutes each. So the idea is whoever's receiving, just really ask for whatever you want. I want you to stroke my hair for the whole 7 minutes. Or I want you to lick me from my ear down to my breasts. Or, I want you to tickle my skin and tantalize me. I want you to massage my heart area. Whatever it is, I want you to get some ice and put ice on my body. I want you to pour chocolate, like whatever. Just allow yourself to be completely receptive for 7 minutes and ask for what you want. So,
Yeah, be descriptive. Really go, and as they're given, you can continue to guide them to what really feels good in your body.
Do you want to? Well, let's just do one. Okay. You can start.
Okay. Are we done?
Well, are they going to hear?
No, I'll just go right here.
Okay.
I'd love to feel your light touch across my face. Just really light, gentle strokes across my arm to the other hand.
Yeah, get both their hands working.
Yeah. Get everything. And if their touch feels good, make sound. Oh.
And then you just keep guiding them. So don't be shy. You're guiding this whole 7 minutes, and we've got some beautiful music to go with it. So then he might say, okay, now touch my chest. Now work down to my belly. Now work down to my feet. So whatever you're wanting. And of course, the person giving, if something doesn't feel right for you, you can say, hey, not right now. Or otherwise, yeah, just go with that flow. Okay, so you're going to be playing the second song on the playlist, Bathe in These Waters. And we'll play it for you here as well. Okay, you can get started, guys.
If you want to turn your video off, if your video's on, you're welcome to do that. If you want to make it more sexy, it's the privacy of your own home, so make it as sexy and yummy as you want it to be.
And maybe you're just in the mood for gentle tenderness. That's okay too. You may just want to lay in your lover's lap for the whole 7 minutes and have your hair stroked. Whatever is in your desire. You're looking after you, you're not looking after them. So whatever feels most loving to your body, ask for that. Wearing the past on your face, it will change. Nothing stays the same. You will find your way. Just bathe in these waters. Bathe in these waters and wash it away. Wash it away. these waters and wash it to cross the galaxy, the fragrance of the apple blossoms have all been that lonely, and there we'll stand, looking out upon the world that we've known. All fear will be gone when we reach the shores of love. So got another couple of minutes there. So anything else you're desiring, time to ask for that. They will break your head with violets and roses, and there we'll stand, looking out upon the world that we all fear will be gone when we reach the shores of love. When we reach the shores of Okay, so switching roles now. Whoever was giving is now going to be receiver, and you'll have another 7 minutes here. Enjoy, receivers. Ask for what you desire. Lead them to all the places in the body you want to be touched. Tell them how you want to be touched. Be as specific as possible. And feel free to ask for whatever you're desiring, no matter what that is. You came to me, like an angel. and we climb the endless sky at each moment. And there we'll stand, looking out upon the world that we all feel will be gone when we reach the shores of love. When we reach the shores of when we reach the shores of Namo Lakshmi, Om Namo Lakshmi, Om Namo Lakshmi Prema Devi Mataji. Om Namo Lakshmi. Om Namo Lakshmi. Om Namo Lakshmi Prema Devi Mataji. We also have to get Jai Ma Jaya Jaya Ma Shri Ma Jai Ma Jaya Jaya Ma Shri Ma Jai Ma Jaya Jaya Ma Shri Ma Jai Ma Jaya Jaya Ma Om Namo Lakshmi, Om Namo Lakshmi, Om Namo Lakshmi, Prema Devi Mataji. Om Namo Lakshmi, Om Namo Lakshmi, Om Namo Lakshmi, Prema Devi Mataji. Shri Ma Jai Ma Jaya Jaya Ma. Shri Ma Jai Ma Jaya Jaya Ma. Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, 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 Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga. Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga.
Slowly bringing that towards completion.
And you can stay in an embrace and really just moving into, there's a few more songs, moving into holding each other. Maybe you want to make love, maybe you just want to snuggle, maybe you want to share some more. So whatever's moving, just follow the naturalness of what's showing up with love and presence, and trusting the flow of that. So we're going to do this once a month for free. We'll bring in different practices each month for as long as we're in the same country. And we hope that we've helped you to deepen in your intimacy. And if you want to go deeper into sacred sexuality practices, our online course, Sacred Sexuality, is half price at the moment. So jump on and get the deal. Aaron's got another event on tomorrow. So there's things happening online, and we'll put that in an email for you. So have a beautiful night together. And
be sure with anything that you went through this evening to have a sense of completion. And really, if you're going to create a new schedule for yourself, whatever the lessons, the things that you learned, really apply it and have that completion in this container that we've created together.
So take action on requests, sort out when you're going to make those requests. And if you like, the invitation is to have a temple night once a week where you bring some of these practices in.